Did the Vision secretly hire a corrupt WWE official to sabotage Becky Lynch? The latest developments on WWE Raw have completely shaken up the power dynamics, leaving fans on edge as shocking alliances and betrayals continue to unfold. Last week's episode delivered one of the most stunning moments in recent WWE history, as Braun Breaker, known as the Dog of WWE, turned his back on Seth Rollins, effectively destroying the Visionary. The betrayal came out of nowhere, as Breaker drove Rollins into the mat with a thunderous spear that left the audience speechless. It was a moment that symbolized a dramatic power shift within the Raw roster, one that could have lasting implications for weeks to come. Initially, both Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman seemed caught off guard by Breaker's sudden and violent turn, but it did not take long for them to see the potential benefits of aligning with the powerhouse. Before the night ended, both Reed and Heyman had thrown their support behind Breaker, cementing a new, dangerous alliance that could dominate WWE's future. This week, the chaos did not slow down. Although Becky Lynch was missing from last week's broadcast, she made her return with fire in her eyes and vengeance in her heart. The man confronted Paul Heyman face-to-face, a man she clearly sees as the puppet master pulling the strings behind Breaker's betrayal. Known for her boldness and unwillingness to back down from anyone, Becky didn't mince words. She made it clear that once Seth Rollins returns, he will not only be coming after Breaker but after every single person associated with Heyman. The warning was sharp and direct, and the tension between the two instantly electrified the arena. Becky's message was simple: there would be consequences for crossing her family, and those aligned with Heyman would soon regret their decisions. But Paul Heyman is not someone who lets a threat go unanswered. As one of the most manipulative and strategic minds in WWE history, Heyman has made a career out of turning challenges into opportunities. Whether managing legends like Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, or now working with the Vision, Heyman's influence has always extended far beyond the ring. When Becky Lynch issued her warning, Heyman's cold smirk said it all: he already had a plan. It wouldn't be surprising if he decided to strike back in his own way, using WWE's own system against her. Rumor has it that Heyman may be working behind the scenes to create more trouble for Becky by exploiting her growing issues with a WWE official, referee Jessica Carr. The friction between Becky Lynch and Jessica Carr isn't new. Their problems began to surface earlier this month during the October 6 episode of Monday Night Raw. On that night, Becky faced Maxine Dupri in a non-title match. During the bout, tensions flared between Becky and Carr, who was the assigned referee. Becky, never one to hold back, repeatedly criticized Carr's officiating throughout the match. The back and forth between them escalated quickly, and it was clear that Carr was not going to let Becky's comments slide. The match reached a shocking conclusion when Becky was thrown to the outside of the ring. Carr then began her 10 count, and despite Becky's efforts to re-enter the ring, the count seemed unusually fast. The referee's decision cost Becky the match, a loss that the Irish star did not take lightly. Many fans and analysts believed that Carr's fast count was deliberate, an act of defiance against Becky's disrespect earlier in the match. The controversy didn't end there. After the show, Jessica Carr appeared to take a subtle dig at Becky on social media, implying that the man had no one to blame but herself for the loss. Carr's post was met with a flood of reactions from WWE fans, with some defending her professionalism, while others accused her of overstepping her role as a referee. The situation escalated further during this week's episode of Raw, where Becky once again found herself in the ring with Maxine Dupri, this time for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. In what should have been a fair and competitive title defense, things once again took a controversial turn. During the match, Carr's officiating appeared questionable, with several moments where her calls seemed biased or unusually harsh against Becky. The tension reached a boiling point when Carr disqualified Lynch, ending the match abruptly and awarding the victory to Maxine. The decision left Becky fuming, and the crowd erupted in boos as Carr exited the ring without offering an explanation. Following the show, whispers began circulating within WWE circles that Paul Heyman might have had something to do with the recent string of events involving Carr and Lynch. The theory suggests that Heyman, always one step ahead, may have seen an opportunity to manipulate the situation to his advantage. By recruiting Jessica Carr into the Vision, Heyman could secure inside control over match outcomes, particularly those involving Becky and Seth. With a referee secretly loyal to his faction, Heyman could effectively influence championship matches and rivalries from within, ensuring that his allies, including Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, always come out on top. Having a referee in his back pocket would give the Vision a strategic advantage unlike anything seen before in WWE. If Heyman truly is behind Carr's actions, it would fit perfectly with his long history of cunning tactics. Throughout his career, he has built his reputation on psychological manipulation, exploiting rivalries and creating chaos to serve his interests. Aligning with someone like Carr would give Heyman the ability to control not just his wrestlers, but the very outcomes of matches themselves. For someone as calculating as Heyman, the idea of weaponizing the system from the inside would be the ultimate move. With Breaker's raw power, Reed's brute strength, and Carr's potential influence as an official, the Vision could quickly become an unstoppable force, dominating both in-ring and backstage politics. As for Becky Lynch, this development could place her in one of the toughest situations of her career. She has faced some of WWE's fiercest opponents and triumphed, but this time the fight might be bigger than the ring. If the referees themselves are compromised, then even Becky's skill, charisma, and fighting spirit might not be enough to secure victories. Her reputation as the man was built on defying odds and breaking barriers, but the possibility of institutional manipulation could make this her most personal and psychological battle yet. Knowing Becky, she won't take this lying down. She's likely to confront Carr head-on, demanding accountability and refusing to let Heyman's schemes dictate her fate. At the same time, fans are eagerly waiting for Seth Rollins' return. The former World Heavyweight Champion's reaction to Braun Breaker's betrayal will likely define the next phase of this unfolding story. Rollins has always been known for his resilience and cunning mind, but this time, his challenge is not only physical, it's strategic. If Heyman truly has eyes and ears within the system, then Rollins will need to find allies who can match Heyman's manipulation with equal intelligence. Becky and Seth together could form a united front, a power couple determined to expose corruption and restore balance to Raw. Their shared goal could set the stage for a massive showdown between the Vision and whatever resistance forms against them. As the weeks progress, WWE fans can expect more twists, confrontations, and betrayals. The Vision's formation marks a dangerous turning point, a faction built on manipulation, deceit, and sheer dominance. If Jessica Carr truly joins their ranks, she won't just be an official anymore. She'll be an instrument of power, someone capable of changing match outcomes and careers with a single decision. Meanwhile, Becky Lynch's anger and determination could drive her to new extremes as she seeks not only to reclaim her title but to dismantle the system working against her. The question now is whether she can outsmart Heyman's web of control before it's too late. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the signs are hard to ignore. The tension between Becky and Carr, Heyman's cryptic smirks, and the Vision's growing influence all point towards something big on the horizon. WWE is no stranger to shocking twists, and this storyline seems poised to deliver just that. Whether this ends with Becky triumphing over corruption or the Vision solidifying their dominance remains to be seen. For now, one thing is certain: chaos has arrived on Monday Night Raw and the game has changed forever. Whether this ends with Becky triumphing over corruption or the Vision solidifying their dominance remains to be seen. For now, one thing is certain: chaos has arrived on Monday Night Raw and the game has changed forever.